All right, we're just about ready to get started. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming this morning. We're going to get things started off with our Henrico IT Director, Mr. Travis Sparrow.
Thank you, Ben. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're here to celebrate an important development for Henrico's ongoing efforts to ensure all county residents have access to broadband service, which I think it's fair to say is not a luxury item, but rather it's a vital tool for managing a home or running a business or simply navigating life in the 21st century. Universal broadband service for Henrico residents has been a key priority for this Board of Supervisors, and today we're a step closer to attaining that goal. Before we move ahead, I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of the key individuals and partners who we have with us this morning. It's my pleasure to welcome U.S. Representative Jennifer McClellan from Virginia's 4th Congressional District. Board of Supervisors Chairman and Varina District Supervisor, Reverend Tyler Nelson. Tuckahoe District Supervisor, Mr. Jody Rogish. I'd also like to recognize Rich Schulman and Tom Innes from All Points Broadband, Henrico's partners on this project. And I'd also like to recognize Jim Ellisett from the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development, who administers the VADI grant initiative. So thank you all for your contributions and your support for this project. I'd like to offer you all a little background on how we got here. There are parts of Henrico County where broadband providers are not offering service. These areas currently are not served by cable or fiber technology that can handle broadband speeds. All of these unserved areas are here in the Eastern District of Henrico in the Varina Magisterial District. Working with our partners at All Points Broadband, we determined that within these unserved areas, there are 412 addresses, including more than 370 residences and nearly 24 businesses that do not have broadband service available to them. To expand service to each of these addresses, we aim to install 87 miles of fiber optic broadband infrastructure. Design is underway now with our partners from All Points, and we anticipate being ready to begin construction in early 2025. The total cost of this project will be around $6.5 million. About a year ago, Henrico worked with All Points Broadband to win a state grant from the Virginia Telecommunication Initiative to get the ball rolling on funding. Last fall, it was our pleasure to work with Representative McClellan to apply for federal funding for this project. We were excited to learn recently that this effort was successful. Thanks to Representative McClellan and her team, this federal funding will go a long way toward helping us make essential broadband service available to all Henrico County residents. Thank you, everyone. And now I'd like to turn the program over to Board Chairman, Reverend Tyrone Nelson.
Again, good morning, everyone. And we welcome you to the Varina Area Library, actually one of my favorite places in Henrico County. Since opening this library, and it's just crazy to even say this, 8 years ago, next month, this beautiful library has become one of the heartbeats of the Varina community. The library last year circulated nearly 110,000 books and other resources. Clearly, it's an essential place for learning, connection, and access to books and all sorts of other resources. In the digital age, access to high-speed internet that's reliable and convenient is absolutely critical for our families, for young people, and individuals. Unfortunately, as Travis shared, like many rural areas across the Commonwealth, much of Varina still lacks access to high-speed internet. As you've heard, our county has been working diligently to address that, and I want to thank Travis Sparrow with our Department of Information Technology for leading this effort. I also want to thank our partners again, All Points Broadband, Dominion Energy, the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development, and a special thank you to our 4th District Congresswoman Jennifer McClellan, who has joined us here today. Thank you for recognizing the importance of this issue and for partnering with us to address it. As one who grew up in this rural community, I know firsthand just how important it is for residents to have equal access to resources and opportunities. Without question, broadband access is essential to the life of those who are living in the 21st century. It's a core service or utility. It's a core service like utilities, electricity and water. And if we hadn't realized it before then, the pandemic showed us exactly that. When learning went online, our school system ended up equipping families with Wi-Fi hotspots to ensure that our students could keep up. I'm grateful that we did what we did, and we did it at the time that we did it. I'm even more appreciative that we are now addressing once and for all the core issue of access. We are ensuring that universal broadband is a reality in Henrico County, period. Our youth need access to broadband for their schoolwork and for other learning activities. Adults need it for work and daily tasks like paying bills, shopping for their needs, accessing other services, scheduling doctor's appointments, answering phone calls. They need it. So much of our lives, the safety and security of our families and our homes, and even those who are connected to us and our communities, entertainment as such, depend on us having reliable online connections. If you need a testimonial, there are many who are sitting amongst us today who can give that. As a county, we talk a lot about creating one Henrico, building a community that sees, serves, and respects everyone. By making universal broadband a reality in Henrico County, we will be another step closer to that vision of one Henrico. I'd like to thank again my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors, my friend Jody Rogas, who is here with me today, our county manager, our chief of staff, Kara Chatina, our deputy county managers and staff who are here today for their continued support of this effort. And at this time, I'm honored to welcome to Varina and to the microphone Congresswoman Jennifer McClellan. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you and good morning. Well, I am very excited to be here. I represented Varina in the state senate and now have the privilege and honor to represent Varina in Congress. And I'm excited to be here for this presentation of my first community project funding check, which will be used to help expand access to broadband in Henrico County. Yes. This is the first project in 15 that I was able to secure, designating community funding projects to support infrastructure, energy, and internet access throughout the 4th Congressional District. And I'm excited to be here with my friends from Henrico County to present $725,000 to support broadband deployment throughout the eastern portion of the county. And this is part of more than $15 million successfully secured through community project funding through the annual appropriations process for 15 projects throughout the district, from Henrico to Brunswick and everywhere in between. Oops. The areas and homes selected for this funding include the currently underserved locations in the eastern part of the county, and we will be able to deliver meaningful digital equity and internet inclusion to more Virginians. We know that the portions of America that are not connected are the most expensive to connect, and that's why between the state's VATI grants, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, and this community project funding, the state and federal government are stepping in to help close that digital divide. And this will have make a meaningful difference in the lives of Henrico County residents. Because as Supervisor Nelson said, the internet is an integral part of our everyday lives, but unfortunately too many communities still lack broadband access. Reliable broadband strengthens our economy and helps bolster every industry imaginable, and more importantly, helps to educate our children, the workforce, and community leaders of tomorrow. We know that in our increasingly digital world, the internet is not a luxury, it is a necessity. An affordable, accessible internet access empowers individuals to pursue new careers, educational opportunities, telehealth opportunities, and more. In this modern day and age, quality access to the internet means being able to work from home, learn from home, and have access to a wide variety of commercial opportunities from your home or wherever you need to be. It means someone can work towards a degree from home when they can't access a campus nearby. It means that you can access your doctor even when in a mental health crisis, when you can't leave your home or get to their office. This is such an important project, and I'm very excited that this is the first of the projects that I am able to deliver. This was a community effort, though, and I applaud Henrico County's leadership and their staff for their diligent work with my staff to secure this funding. This year's appropriations process was a long and winding road, due in large part to dysfunction and infighting by some of my colleagues. But local leaders worked together with state and federal partners to ensure that this would happen. This is an important example of what we can accomplish when we work together and put people over politics. And I look forward to continuing to do so and advocating for you, working with leaders here in Henrico County and at the state level to help to solve problems and help people and improve their lives throughout the 4th District. Thank you for joining us today, and now I am excited to present the check.
No, you can get in the middle.
Can we get some photos maybe around the signs, and then when we check, we'll get a few more?